Hi everybody, this is Hip with Zen Stroke. Welcome to the channel. This will be my first video, and basically I just want to go over one of my matches where I felt like I played really well. We're going to be going over kind of my thought process and what I'm thinking throughout the match. And yeah, hopefully it'll be helpful to you guys. So this is a match at Shooters in Cedar Park. It's a weekly tournament that I play every Monday and Tuesday. Monday is 9 ball, Tuesdays are 8 ball. This is the first time I'm playing Jessica. Very uh, nice person, and we just met. I haven't played her since, but anyways, I win the coin flip, so I'm up to break. Let's have a look. All right, so I break dry on this first one. Jessica is up, and I think she runs it out pretty far, makes some pretty good shots here. Gonna open up with stripes. Sometimes it's helpful to hit an easy shot right off the bat so that you can claim the balls that you want. So again, she hit that easy stripe in to make sure that she can claim stripes. Makes a good cut here on this 11 ball, leaving her for the 9 or this other ball on the side maybe. Yep, she's going for the side pocket. But I think this 9 is probably going to be next. Well, no, it looks like this 15 is probably the better shot. Oh, oh, she's going for the 14. So I guess there's a window here. Really nice, precise shot. Gave her good shape on the 9. She's looking at where she wants to end up. So basically, anywhere over here. Basically, anywhere over here would give her a good shot for the 13. She got kind of bad on it. So it's going to be the 15, actually. 15 here. Probably get the cue ball to bump into the 3. And then that can be shot into this corner. Oh, missed it. So unfortunately, I was not the way that these are sitting, I was not able to cut this 5. I couldn't see enough of the 5 to cut it. And I don't have a shot on these two, um, or this. So here I'm gonna have to make a really nice thin cut for the 3 into this corner. Yeah, I'm looking at it. It doesn't go. Can't see enough of the 5. So I'm calling the 3. I get a little lucky here. It went off of the 14, otherwise it would not have gone. So I'll take luck though. I'd rather be lucky than good. Okay, we're gonna play this 2 up in the corner. With a shot like that, I don't think too much. I don't do too much thinking because I have so many options on the table. All I want to do is focus on making the ball and not scratching. Okay, I'm gonna roll the 5 forward. Yep. Normally, I would play some top right. So top right would hit this ball in this way and then have the cue ball come out, maybe for the 1 ball up here. Or if I come up short like this, I could shoot the 7 ball into the side. But um, what I ended up doing was just playing a stop shot or as close to a stop shot as possible and hitting this 6 into the corner. That's a much easier shot to get position on because all you have to do is play a stop shot. So that's the wiser choice here to make sure that you get shape on your next, to make sure you're able to shoot another ball after this. Okay, so I'm looking at it, determined to shoot a stop shot. Good. Now it leaves me the 6 in the corner, and if I shoot it with a little bit of topspin, I should have the 1 ball next. All right, floated that one in. Got a little lucky. Okay, so here, what you want to do, or what I plan to do, is hit the one in the corner, come up for this rail, and back out to the middle of the table for the 7. So with some draw. Boom, perfect. Like I said, I was really proud of how I was playing in this match. Same thing here. So I'm gonna hit the 7 into the corner, play it with some backspin or some draw, come back out here to the middle of the table in this area for the 8. Got just about perfect on it. All right, she's up to break. I believe this was a rack and run. So she breaks dry and I get out here. Let's look at the layout of the table. Let me just go back to before I stood up. Let's look at the layout of the table and see what we have here. Stripes is on this half of the table looks pretty good. This ball goes, this ball goes, this ball goes. So does this one, so does this one. This one goes. This one does not go into this corner, but you could play it off of the 2 ball. You could play it rail first off of the 2 ball. Like this. Or you can try and get shape around here and play it down in this corner. So stripes looks pretty good. Let's look at solids and what's going on with solids. Well, with solids, the 1 ball doesn't pass here, but it does go into this corner if you really need it to. 3 ball goes. 5 and 6 look a little tough. 4 ball goes, 2 ball goes, 7 ball goes. So aside from this cluster, solids looks pretty good. So they're both decent. So what's the next consideration? Well, for my opening shot, I could have taken this stripe here. But that was basically it. Oh, I could shoot this stripe here as well. But I think what happened was I looked at this 5-6 and they both pass into this corner one at a time, as long as the 2 is out of the way. And I think the reason I chose solids here is because this 14 doesn't pass into the corner. At least it didn't look that nice to me at the time. I think just overall, I really liked shooting the 2. And once I decide that the 5 and 6 are okay, then I'm good. So we're gonna open up with the 1 ball over here. And again, I'm just gonna try and hit this and make it. I have a lot of options. I just want to make sure I claim solids. Ah, okay. That's what happened. So I saw that I could use the 1 to try and break out the 5 and the 6, but I hit it a little bad, and so I missed the breakout. Okay, so the 6 passes, it goes into the corner. I hit a nice long shot here. And at that point, I was pretty comfortable with running out. 3 into the side, 5 into the other side. Yeah, yeah. Okay, 5 to the other side. Whenever I'm shooting shots, I try not to think too much, like I was saying earlier. Try not to think too much. So I come up with very simple but specific goals. So for example, what do I mean by simple and specific? Right here, I want to shoot the 7 ball next or the 4 ball. So my simple and specific goal is to just leave the cue ball in this area once I'm done shooting the 5. If I could leave the cue ball in that area, I could either shoot the 7, I could either shoot the 4, I could even shoot the 2 if I really wanted to and come back out for the 7, like come back out here for the 7. So again, simple but specific goals. Right now, the goal is to leave the cue ball in like this general area, which is again very easy to do, right? So my goal is very easily achievable. And once you have your mind and attention and concentration on something simple but specific that's very easily achievable, um, the, it makes it a very easy shot. You'll have a higher percentage of making it. All right. See, and now all I have to do is play a stop shot on the 4, leave the cue ball here for the 2. Okay, and with this 2 ball, I just want to come off one rail out here to the center of the table, or 2 rails, again, out to the center of the table. Here is my ideal line for the 8. So as long as I'm in this general area, let me clear that out a little bit better. Okay, as long as I'm in this big cloud, I should be good on the 8. So again, this is a very big target for me, simple but specific. This is a very big target, so I don't have to work too hard. I don't have to think too hard. There's very little doubt that can come into my mind when I'm shooting that shot. Okay, this is probably one of the worst places to be in because I have to shoot over the 10 ball, but that's all right. All you have to do is get down and shoot it. All right. Another good point here is, yeah, I got back up and stretched. Something just didn't feel right. Nobody, okay, remember this, guys. Nobody forces you to shoot until you're ready. Let me say that again. Nobody is forcing you to shoot until you're ready, unless, there's a shot clock, whatever, right? But if you get down and something doesn't feel right, get back up, reset, and then get back down. And that's another act. Okay, bad break. She scratched, left a huge cluster in the middle of the table here. And remember what I was telling you guys earlier. You want to use your ball in hand as best as you can. When you have the opportunity to get ball in hand, you want to take care of your problems. You want to break out clusters. You want to shoot the hardest ball that requires, precise shape, something like that. And so here, what I want to do is try to break out this big cluster in the middle of the table here. There's a couple ways to do that. When I break out balls, I always try to use topspin. I just feel like I can get a lot more force and more reliable results from topspin than I can with draw. I'm less likely to miscue. So I think what we're doing is we're looking at the layout of the table. What balls can I use to break this out? And I think what ended up happening is I'm going to shoot this 4 to the side, and the cue ball will naturally run into this cluster and break it up. That was actually a really good breakout. That worked out really well for me. And then I miss. Okay. She goes for the 10 ball and misses. And unfortunately gives me ball in hand again. So what problems do I need to try and solve here? My biggest issue right now is the three. One goes, two goes, six, seven. They're all easy shots. So as I mentioned a second ago, I want to use this opportunity to break out a ball, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the five with a lot of topspin and try to run into this cluster. And that worked out pretty much as best as it possibly could have. The three is wide open now. So I'm going to shoot the six in. I decided to shoot the seven. All right, let's talk about this one. I decided to shoot the seven instead of the three because in order for her to make this 13 ball, she has to get the nine ball out of the way first. Then the 13 goes, but that makes it a little bit complicated for her. I don't want to shoot this three right now because the cue ball will come off and break this out for her, and I don't want to do that. So I'm going to try to play the seven into here, and the cue ball will come out this way for an easier shot on the three. Not only is it an easier shot, but I can hit this three with draw and not take care of this problem for her. I don't want to take care of that problem for the opponent, right? So that's why the seven ball selection is the smarter choice here. I'm gonna play with a little bit of reverse and try to get straight in on this three. I got straight enough. I did not get straight in, but I got straight enough to where I could draw and avoid running into her balls. Now I got a little weird here. I got a little weird here and I ended up missing it, but let's look at why. So the 15 was just enough in the way enough for me to not have a really good clear shot on the one. I have to hit this on the very, very, very outside edge of the one in order for me to make this ball. Um, because of the path the cue ball has to travel down, you can see that the 15 is very much in the way. In fact, if we slow it down and look at this shot, you'll see how narrowly I miss the 15, and I still didn't see enough of the one to actually pocket it. I tried it anyways, but at the time I knew that I couldn't see enough of the one ball. So let's watch it in slow motion and see how narrowly I missed this 15. So I really don't think I remember at the time thinking that it was not makeable, but hoping that it went in. And it almost did, but that's exactly what ended up happening. So I ended up tearing the table back over to Jessica, but did not leave her really any shots. So the best thing would be to try and play safe because my one and two being over here, as long as she's behind this whole wall of balls, I should have a pretty hard time. You could even play this as a two-way. You could play this combo. Even if you miss, you'd be left pretty good. So here, I would say she could either play an intentional safety or a two-way shot. Two-way meaning going for the combo, but also in case that you miss, you still leave the other player a hard shot. Yep. So she attempted the combo, missed it, but unfortunately, I was left a window. So I'm able to make this one ball, And all I have to do is float it in, leave myself a good shot on the 2. That's just about perfect. And I want to get to the middle of the table for the 8 ball. Okay, let's pause here. So yeah, the idea is to make the 2 ball and have the cue ball come up into this rail and back out this way for the 8. Now for the 8 ball, as long as I'm mm, basically anywhere in this area, the 8 ball is going to be makeable. That's exactly what happened. Okay, came off one rail and out for the 8. Okay, I completely whiffed, and accidentally made the 8 in the wrong pocket. So that's a loss. But what I want you to do is pay attention to the reaction. A lot of people will get very upset, and it's okay to get upset, but just you have to understand how much your mindset will affect your playing. So getting upset is very counterproductive. And I'll ask people just to remind them to stay positive. I'll ask them, like, does playing upset help you? Of course, the obvious answer is no. Sometimes people will even say yes. Number one, just to spite me, and but two, there are people out there who truly believe that playing with that kind of mindset is helpful to them. Um, but here's the thing: is that reliable? Do you want to rely on being um, angry or aggressive in order for you to play your best game? It's not. It's not reliable to count on that. So pay attention to the reaction here. I just smile it off. I'm already 2-0. There's nothing to be worried about. So I just kind of smile, nod, and be like, wow, that sucks, but that's okay. It's all right. If that's the worst thing that happens to you today, you know, great. So I lost the game. Now I'm up to break. And this is a break and run to close out the match 3-1. Okay, make the 13 into the corner, bottom corner there. And everything is just wide open. Let's look at the layout of the table. Okay. Looking at solids, 6 goes here. Let me try and start using the lines, actually. I think that'll be better. Where is it? Here we go. Here we go. Okay. 6 goes, 5 goes, 3 goes, 2 goes, 7, not really, but I can shoot the 7 here. The 4 goes here, but it's kind of tough. I'd have to squeeze it past the 10. What about stripes? Well, for stripes, 9 goes here. This is a gimme. This one goes. This one goes. This one goes into multiple pockets. Like I can go there. 15 goes. So stripes is wide open, and I've already made one off the break. So that looks to be the smart choice here. And remember, for your opening shot, you want to make sure you claim the balls, the set of balls that you've decided on. So I just want to make sure I make a stripe so I can claim stripes. Um, of course, the 10 ball would be easier in this situation, but this is such an easy shot that I don't even think about, missing it. This is just one of those 1 out of 10, 2 out of 10 difficulty shot. So I'm going to go ahead and claim stripes using this as my opening shot. Left enough room to make that 10 ball next. I got a little lucky here actually, because I wanted to play it soft enough to shoot the 15 into the opposite corner. I wanted to shoot here next, but I got lucky that I bumped this ball. So now I have the 14 in the side. And this goes back to simple but specific goals. When I was shooting the 14 in the side, I saw the opportunity to make a hard ball. The hard ball here was the 12 ball because it just barely passes the 3 into this corner. Um, and so yeah, I could have played shape to make the 9 up here. I could have even nah, that would have been stupid to play shape for the 15. So I probably wouldn't have done that, but I saw this opportunity to shoot that 12 ball. So my simple but specific goal here is to just draw it back a couple inches and get like maybe in this general area. Just draw back 2 or 3 inches. That's the simple but specific goal. Okay, now we're going to shoot the 12 up there. Try and get back to the middle of the table for the 9 next out here. Again, I got lucky because I bumped it, but I should have ended up, I wanted to end up a lot softer, like in this area to shoot the 9. Now here's a clutch shot. So what I had to do was uh, hit the 9 here and play it with enough inside English to come up to the rail and come back out as straight as possible to miss the side pocket and get shape for the 15 here in this corner. So it was a pretty tough shot. I would call this definitely, I would call this a clutch shot. I'm playing with a lot of reverse English, so left spin, so that when it hits this top, this long rail, it comes out nice and straight to make sure I get shape on the next ball. And this is a pretty tough cut too. Got lucky there, missed the side pocket. Now I remember in this game, I was thinking of hitting this 15 with some backspin to about here. So one rail and then coming out to about here for the 8 ball in this corner. But luckily, I changed my mind. So remember, this 3 is, blocking some of the pocket. For some reason, I didn't see the 8 ball into the side pocket at first. So this one right here is a pretty easy shot. And I didn't see that at first, but I got back up, I looked at it again and realized that all I had to do was play a stop shot on this 15 and leave the cue ball right here. If I play a stop shot, which is in my mind, a stop shot is the easiest shot in the game. So if I could play that stop shot, then I can guarantee that I have good position to make the 8 in the side pocket. So you see me get down, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's pretty tough. All I have to do is play a stop shot for the 8. So I get back up, realize that, get down, shoot that stop shot, and now it's an easy 8 ball into the side pocket for the match. All right, get up, shake her hand, and that was all there was. So hopefully this was helpful to you guys. I want to do more of these videos and kind of go through my mental game with everyone. I think that's been really helpful when when I talk about it with my buddies while I'm out playing. In fact, they're like, "Dude, you should start a channel and really spread that knowledge." So, I'm not the best player in the world by any means. Actually, I'm not even a super strong player. But hopefully this helps you guys out. Until next time, I'll see you later.